You know, most of these songs are about really real experiences and really real people. Just the names have been changed in a lot of cases to protect my skin. This one took 5 years to write, believe it or not. I've been thinking out a way to say these things in this song without offending this woman's husband. You see, there's a woman in our township that lives in Pennsylvania that drives a school bus. Now, I call her a helmet head, because she has this great pile of blonde hair that goes up about 2.5 feet above the top of her head, like a drum majorette's hat, you know. And like when she's wearing this thing with 8 or 10 cans of spray net heavily, sprayed on there, she got to get on the bus on her hands and knees to get up in there. But once she's there, I mean, she's the queen of serenity. She just looks like she's really got it together. And to watch this lady drive the bus is one thing, but to find out what she did before is something else. She used to be a roller derby lady down in Texas. And she fell in love and married this Pennsylvania state trooper. And it was the mating of eagles, you know. These two people just fell beautifully in love. And I used to get a kick out of watching them on Saturday night going to these different bars, because that's what I usually do on Saturday night, go to these different bars. And I couldn't figure out how to say it until two things happened. One, was drinking a little bit of Ripple wine, 2 quarts of Ripple wine, to tell you the truth. 1 bottle of white and 1 bottle of red. Now, that was in New Jersey, down on a hot beach in the summertime. And, you know, Ripple can really do it to you. Get off on that stuff. It was like the wine that's never seen a grape, you know. Made by DuPont. So I drank a couple bottles of Ripple and got the first 2 verses down. The rest of it, however, was very, you know, you get stuck in the middle of a song. It's like an emotional experience. I just kept thinking, what am I going to do? And a couple weeks later, we started traveling around a lot and went out to San Francisco. And like out in San Francisco was really a lot of fun, playing and everything, having such a good time being out in a different place, until we ordered room service one night, got back to the hotel. You remember that Bon Vivant, the soup scandal that happened a couple years ago? Well, they went out of the soup business, and they're making pie now. We ordered a couple of pieces of apple pie up to the room, and they sent this stuff up with the Lucretia Borgia sauce, you know. The guy came in really proud with a couple cups of coffee and opened up his poison ring and shook out the stuff on top, and like 15 or 20 minutes later, we just kind of popped up like toast and just looked around and said, it's time to get sick. And like it was complete catharsis. You know, it's like that feeling. Everybody knows what that feels like. But the next day I was just so weak and tired and sick and everything else from this delightful experience that the only thing I had in my mind was a lot of calls that we were getting all night long about people saying we're not supposed to have seals up in the room. So we were making all these sounds, you know. That was part of it. And the other thing was that I said, oh, man, I feel like I'm going to die, so I might as well finish the song. And that's how this song got finished, a song about the roller derby lady. I'm going to tell you a story that you won't believe, but I fell in love last Friday evening with the girl I saw on the barroom TV screen. Well, I was just getting ready to get my hat when she caught my eye, and I put it back, and I ordered myself a couple of more shots and beers. The night that I fell in love with a roller derby queen, around and round, oh, round and round, the meanest hunk of woman that anybody ever seen. Down in the arena, she was 5'6", 215, a bleach blonde bomber with a streak of mean. She knew how to knuckle and she knew how to scuffle and fight. And the roller derby program said that she was built like a refrigerator with her head. The fans called her Tuffy, but all her buddies called her Spike. The night that I fell in love with a roller derby queen, around and round, oh, round.
fall in love with this heavy-duty woman I've been speaking of. Things were kind of bad until the day she skated into my life. Well, she might be nasty, she might be fat, but I never met a person who could tell her that. She's my bleach blonde bomber, my heavy-handed Hackensack mama. The night that I fell in love with a roller derby queen, around and round, oh, round and round, the meanest hunk of woman that anybody ever seen. Telling you your read on.